This is my 3-year-old daughter, Vivi. Yeah. We have this ritual where we go into my bedroom and we play. And she puts on her favorite dress, which usually involves some twirling. And we usually put on some music. And I've got this full-length mirror. And after a while, I see her connect to her reflection. And she admires herself. And I watch as she first connects with that reflection, and then I notice her drop down and connect with her internal self. And she is not being conceited. And then the most magical thing always happens. She turns around and gives me a full body hug with every muscle in her body. She is giving love from self-love's connection and then self-love's overflow. She can't help it. And I know in that moment, this is our true and natural state as feminine creatures. To give love from self-love's overflow. Now, my connection to my mother was a little bit different. This is my mom. Her laugh could fill a room. She was outgoing and fun, and she was a legendary beauty. But at the age of 15, she became pregnant with me. Now, she wanted me, but to cope with her big mistake, she began to disconnect from her body. She began to disconnect from her beauty. And she began to disconnect. She was just a girl from the girl she saw when she looked herself in the mirror. And she put on a second layer of skin, a layer of shame, disconnect, a barrier to love, and a protection. Now, because of this, there wasn't much room for me. So I decided to play the part of the good little girl. I was shy and quiet, and I really didn't even talk that much. I just saw the pain in my mother, and I wanted to help her and fix it and do whatever I could for her. Just wanted to give. Now, listen up. I have something to tell you. Most people believe that the word or title beauty is only available to a small portion of the female population of the entire planet. But that's false. The truth is, all women are beautiful, and all women are born knowing this, just like Vivi knows. She knows. Did you know that 70% of the mind is allocated to processing visual information. Marketing experts know this, and they use it. They understand the connection between the visual and the sense of self. And we all know that what they promote is beauty scarcity. Right? Now, thankfully, I didn't live in this place for very long, forever. But I do want to tell you about a time when I felt that. At the age of 15, I finally spoke up for the first time in my life. I remember the day we were standing on the driveway, and I remember hearing myself say to my mom, "Mom, I hate my face, my body. I hate the guys that treat me like a trophy. I just want to wear baggy clothes to hide me. I wanted to disconnect from my beauty." You see, a couple weeks before that, a man had broken into our home in the middle of the night, and he tried to rape me. But I got away. He didn't hurt me. But the thing that hurt was my mother's disconnect. And, it wasn't her fault. But instead of her saying, "Your body is beautiful and maturing. It's not your fault, you didn't provoke this," instead, she just didn't know what to say. And so I watched as she unknowingly handed me my own second layer of skin, my own layer of shame, my own protective layer. And the message was continued that my body and my beauty were dangerous. This is the day everything changed. Good day. I love this day. And I remember the misty California morning, my feet on the cold, soft earth, in the middle of the cherry blossom field that only blooms 2 weeks out of the year. So lucky. And even though we wouldn't find out for 2 weeks later that it was a baby girl, I knew in that moment that I had a baby girl. And I made her a promise that I would equip myself, that I would learn to love myself in wholeness, and that I would fully emerge from that second layer of skin, and that I would teach her about all of these things. The connection that we feminine creatures have between that deep internal self and the external. You see, I believe in order to fully heal, we need to heal the internal, and we need to connect with the external body, the vessel that holds all of you. You need to love and celebrate that woman you see when you look yourself in the mirror. Do you really look yourself in the mirror? Don't miss out on connecting with this part of you. Okay? So, want you to just take a moment and I want you to look at the women around you in this room right now. Look around. Look around. You see beauty, right? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So I want to tell you a little bit about my journey on how I've been doing since this day. So, the journey is, there's 3 things that I used, 3 practices. Well, there's several, but 3 I want to tell you about today. First is I want you to connect with that celestial child. For me, it was connecting with Vivi. You don't have to go have a baby girl to do that, but connect with your granddaughter, the little girl down the street. The reason why this is important is because connecting with that celestial little girl and her beauty, innocence, she's not conceited. She is full of beauty. Connecting with her is a bridge to connecting with that little girl that lives inside of you. Okay, that pure, innocent baby girl. Second, it is time to look at that woman in the mirror. Holding space, holding eye contact, getting close is super intense. It was for me. I cried a lot. Third, now it is time to create your closet sanctuary. This is the place where Vivi and I play, we dance, and we practice sacred adornment. Okay? We don't simply go through the motions of adorning. We use it to connect with ourselves, with each other, and the divine. Think about your morning cup of coffee. Random, right? Think about your morning cup of coffee and how it feels when you know it's coming. You salivate, you get warm, you crave it. That's how I feel when I go to my closet. When you are living in a place of lack, she's so much prettier than me. I could never be as pretty as she is. I'm not pretty. Your body is in a constant fight or flight mode, okay? It is not good for your nervous system. But when you come from a place of beauty abundance, you can relax. You can feel at home in your body. Your nervous system is calm. Can you imagine what it would be like to bring forth all of your gifts for the world from this place? Can you imagine having sisterhood? Can you imagine creating a world from this place? I can. I dread the day my daughter is told her first lie. When society tries to hand her that second layer of skin. When she's told she's not pretty enough, tall enough, or who do you think you are? You're not all that. No. And that is why I am here today. To call you out of the shadows of life and into the light and radiance of your own beauty. To help you start the healing process. to rewire you to live in your own beauty. And I get it. I know it can be hard and edgy. We've got all those voices. We've got all that conditioning. But I want you to think about all the little girls in the world. They need this. And I want you to think about that little girl down the street. I want you to think about my daughter, Vivi. And I want you to think about that little girl that lives inside of you. Thank you.